What's going on, guys? Hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Inside of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how my DM system spits out 10 to 20k per month on the absolute regular. But before I do that, let me just share with you this. As you can see here on the screen, watch times from subscribers over the last 28 days. Out of everyone who's watched, we've got 56.1% who haven't subscribed, and we've got 43.9% who have. So if you're seeing the subscribe button on the video right now, anywhere on this page, I want you to smash it for me. If it's the first time that you've watched any of my videos, don't feel the need that you have to do it. But if this is a returning video for you and you've got value out of the first one, smash that subscribe button for me. Right, so how my DM system spits out 10 to 20k per month. Really simple, right? And the reason that I want to share this with you guys is I think before I go into like the specifics, let me just sort my hair out here. Look at that craziness. Before I go into the specifics, I think one of the key things that needs to be put in place here is that you have been exposed. If you've been in this industry for even just a short while, you have probably been exposed to what you consider as being value. There are a lot of programs out there that just add more for the sake of it, okay? And that's sometimes how they look at like maybe a price tag of like $3, $4, maybe even $2K, but $3, $4, $5,000, like because they add so much to it. And so much to it includes stuff where it's like doing massive focuses on content, massive focuses on content on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, email bits, like paid advertising. And it's like sometimes billed like the ultimate in terms of like what you could get. For me, that's really counterproductive to what people need, right? So it's almost like here's like, we're going to give you what you want, like instead of like giving them what they need. Like a lot of the time, well, I'd say 99% of the time in most industries, what people need is like the absolute specifics, like being super clear and actually keeping everything out, like making sure that you're not focusing on too many different things. Because I'll tell you what happens, and I've been inside of these programs before, right? You go into a program, go onto a coaching call, you're being taught about, someone's got a question about Instagram ads. You've got another person who's asking about Google ads. You've got another person asking about Facebook organic, TikTok. And guess what happens to the people who are asking these questions? They're not set in stone about any of their strategies, but they hear something and then they start getting distracted by that thing. And then suddenly that person then starts focusing on that thing, Like with me inside of the DM Academy, what we focus on is really, really specific, right? So when you're looking at like what I'm about to share with you, the reason that we get such high success rate in the program and the reason that I can talk about this all day long to you is because like in terms of how specifically simple it is because it is really simple. You've just got to flow through the small specific steps in order to generate cash. And then it's all about your skill set, about how good you are at that thing or those things to ensure that you continue generating it and continue hitting a higher number in terms of the volume of income that you're going to be smashing out the park. So number one, right? Let's just say you've joined the program, right? So number one, you have to find your audience. So you have to find your audience. And I give inside of the academy, I give two platforms that you could do that on. Facebook and Instagram, and you've got two methods of finding your audience on Facebook and two methods of finding your audience on Instagram. So let's just pick one, right? So Facebook, pick one, find your audience method. Call it method, right? Facebook groups. Like, I don't give a crap what anyone says about using Facebook groups to be able to prospect within. But it works. I've been doing it since 2019, and I still do it every single day. So it's about finding the right Facebook groups. It's about literally going to the members section, going down to new to this group and adding 25 people a day. And there's a very specific criteria that I asked my affiliates to look for. I'm not going to go into it right now, but a very specific criteria of the types of people and the types of groups to look for. But you'll be adding 25 people a day. 25 a day because you're growing your audience, yeah? So you're growing your audience. These are the people that you're messaging. And with each of those people, you are going to flow them through my 5-step DM framework. And if you ever say to yourself, I've heard this stuff before, you ain't heard any of this stuff before, right? 5-step DM framework is something I created in a call center because I used to run call centers for a living. I transferred it online. So the actual process and the actual framework isn't just something that's been regurgitated online. I've created it myself. Okay, so you flow everyone through that 5-step DM framework. you bring them into any one of my free offers. And the whole point of the free offers, right, guys, you're not like, all of the free offers are about the framework, like in terms of like everything you talk about in the framework. So everything, like the whole point of the framework is turning a stranger into a hot lead. So, you know, when people say to you like, oh, like this is where you find buyer leads. No, like you're not finding buyer leads. Okay. You are not finding buyer leads. The person who's just come online, who hasn't generated any cash online, like these buyer leads are not looking for you. I know that sounds really brutal to say, but they're not looking for you, right? They're looking for someone who's way more established than you, like with way more results, with way more authority, with way more following than you. Okay. You're a long way off from that. So when you hear that kind of stuff, don't get like sucked into it. You're getting sucked into it. 5-step DM framework, the whole point is through a conversation, you're turning a stranger into a hot lead. And in order to turn them into a hot lead, you provide them with one of my free offers. And each of these free offers goes hand in hand with the information that you're going to be sharing with people inside of the actual conversation. Okay? Because there is a mission, there is a problem in the industry, and there's a solution. Problem in the industry is how everyone in this affiliate marketing make money online world is focusing on the one-to-many traffic strategies. All of these strategies that are kind of like listen to me methods. People are branding themselves as gurus, as mentors, as educators, as teachers, yet they haven't actually achieved the outcome of making money online. So there's a massive disconnect, and I'd even say that's quite unethical and immoral for people to be doing that. So the whole point of the conversation is to really put your focus into the mission and sharing that mission with other people. So making people aware of the problem in the industry. So part of the DM framework is that. In actual fact, that's the step where we drop advice and we make an offer. And if you'll see, like at the end of this video, you'll see a link to a word-for-word DM combo. So you'll be able to get a little bit more information. Well, actually, you'll be able to see like a legit stranger into hot lead conversation and me analyzing the whole thing, right? So you see the 5-step DM framework in play. And then we move them into the free offer. And the free offer is not like a disconnect between the framework. It's like completely attached to the framework. Like if you're talking to people about the problem, well, then your free offer has to be connected to that problem. Okay. So the free offers, I've got free offers currently. I've got a 5-day challenge, I've got a masterclass training, and I've got a DM bootcamp. Any one of those. So you just pick one, send to your hot lead, and then you're done, right? Because after that point, you fill in your lead form, like it's an academy lead form, that pings over to me. And I begin follow-up. So I begin follow-up. Every day, I begin follow-up. So you find your audience, Facebook. Pick one, find your audience method. So Facebook groups, 25 people a day. Number 2, you flow those people through the 5-step DM framework, stranger into a hot lead. You don't know that yet, right? You don't know what the 5-step DM framework is. That's the thing that turns strangers into hot leads. In order to then turn them legitimately into a hot lead, you have to offer them something. One of the free offers, which goes hand in hand with the information we give in the framework. You pick one, send it to your hot lead. Could be the 5-day challenge, masterclass training, or the DM bootcamp. You then fill in your lead form, that pings over to me, and I begin follow-up. And I do follow-up in multiple different ways, right? Everyone gets DMs. So DMs is the main focus of my follow-up because it's the best way to follow up with people. But I also do email for people, also do content, etc. Okay? My affiliates, when they first come on board, they don't need to put any major focus into branding, content, doing ads, email lists, building funnels, anything like that. I do all of those elements for my leads as well as everyone else's, right? So one source of information going out, like one message. Once people have developed into a certain standard, then yeah, we upskill people at the right time. Instead of people going into a program and going like, here's everything about content. Here's stuff about emails. Here's how you build a funnel. Here's stuff to do with Instagram ads, Facebook ads. People don't need that. People come into this space to generate cash. It's got to be simple, and the focus has to be in simplicity. So this is really like, I wouldn't even say this, that is a skill set to like pick right people, but like this is the skill set. You get good at that one thing, without anything else, you'll generate really good money online. Because number 6, I make the offer, close the sale. $498.50 per sale to you, the affiliate. Okay? And if you're going to me like, hey, James, I'd love to be able to sell that myself. like sell it myself. Cool. Like, do you know what I'm doing? At the front end of March, doing a sales workshop. So for people who are in the academy, who are making sales, those are people that I've reached out to personally, and they're going to be, well, they've been made an offer to join my sales workshop, where I'll be teaching them exactly how to turn the lead into a sale, because they're at the right stage to do that. If you're someone who hasn't generated sales, I'm not going to be offering you that, because it's not the right thing for you to do. You may think you want it, and there'll be other programs out there that will allude to the fact that you need that, but you don't need that. And it's very clear that you don't, because if you're no good at lead generation, you're going to be no good at closing sales. Like, that's the thing. It all starts with lead generation. So if you get freaking good at lead generation with me closing the sales, and that's consistent, then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to teach you the sales aspect, because that's the right step for you to take at that point. And it's just about going like, okay, you probably got a bit of an ego. I think everyone's got a bit of an ego, but it's kind of like all about leaving that at the door and just realizing like, hey, do you want to actually help people? Because guess what? Even if like you don't see it, your audience who you're trying to attract, they might think they want that program that costs $3K, that has like loads of different methods and strategies because they attach value to more, like, or full stack marketer that has like something like 160 videos to run through because they think more equals better. But it doesn't. None of that equals better. It's about like putting your focus into like simplicity and making things simple, because that's what people want. It's simplicity, really. They don't want to be stuck behind like a computer, just learning stuff every single day that they don't need. They don't want to be like putting together a funnel and dealing with the technical aspects of it. They don't want to be like dealing with the fact that they probably don't know this about inbox deliverability. They don't want to be doing that. They want a system that spits out money. This is it. Literally finding an audience on Facebook, one of 4 methods, right? On Facebook or Instagram. Do the Facebook group method, 25 people a day, flow them through the 5-step DM framework, pick one of the free offers, and you'll probably have the same free offer for as long as you do it. That's your lead. Fill in your lead form, takes 2 seconds, pings over to me, I begin follow up, and then I make the offer, I close the sale. And then when you are ready, you can get involved in my sales workshop, and I'll give you all the links, all the payment links. I'll teach you all the psychology of it. I'll teach you like what to say, how to say it, all the objections, like the whole aim of what we're doing. I'll give you a recording of the workshop, the whole lot, so that you can start then creating those sales yourself. And then guess what? If you wanted to then do content, guess what? We do a content workshop, like all of those elements, but it all starts from this place. If you genuinely want to generate cash, you've got to stop looking at everything that you've got to do. You've got to stop seeing value in just being given tons and tons of videos, tons and tons of things of everyone doing the same thing, and actually put your focus into one-on-one conversations, because you need less leads to make more money. That's what it's about. Remember, your audience wants to generate cash quicker than you're not being able to generate cash. Like, you've been probably doing this for a little while. Guess what? Your audience is going to have to go through. They want money quicker than what you're able to generate it with. So you're going to be bringing them into something that actually doesn't serve their needs. This system on screen actually serves their needs. That's the whole point. If you want to join the DM Academy, guys, you will see in the description down below all the links you need. Pay attention to the DM Academy brochure, because it will give you a video walkthrough of everything in the Academy. And if you scroll right down to the page, whilst obviously looking at everything, you'll see all the different payment options for yourself. Hope to see you in there. And if you've got any questions, there'll be a link there to drop me a message on Messenger. Up until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Please subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.